In part 2, we're going to discuss how to take the motor apart. Now, this is an American Elite engine, which is an AF something. It's slightly different than the European, but the guts are all the same, I believe. Now, when you do get an engine, or your own engine, what you want to do before you take it apart, which is a good idea, is to plug up the intake here. You won't need this at all. And clean the engine. Clean the dirt is an enemy to the engine. It can really destroy a motor. After you get the motor off, which is only held on by 3 bolts, it's held on right here by the shock, right there, and it's held on right in the bottom here by a long bolt, and that's it. Now, the motor weighs in American about 33 pounds soaking wet, which means that's about what it weighs in complete. So it's not very heavy. It's all aluminum, and it's very expensive. This main case right here, which is split right here, this main case, which is here, and the other half of the crank shaft aluminum, these are about $350 US. And when you go to buy them, they won't give you the Vaseline with it while you're getting screwed. So be careful with your cases. It's like Dave Toba told me one time, and he's a brilliant 2-stroke engineer from Hawaii, and I believe that he is a racer over there, even though he wouldn't tell me it. I asked the guy a million times, he wouldn't tell me. But he knows more about my bike in one glance than I'll learn in a long time. But he gave me a very good bit of advice. And what he said was, be careful what you cut, because aluminum don't grow back. And I'll tell you what, I've kept that advice every time I build a motor. I just want to say thank you, Dave. God bless Hawaii. So, our next step, after you take the cylinder head off, which is 4 bolts, you just take the bolts out here and use 2 hands and pull the head off. Now you'll have the piston on the end of the stock crank, which is right here. We'll take the piston, we'll take one of the wrist pins out, and then take a little pencil or anything you want and push this side out and pull the piston off. It's very simple. Your next step will be to take off the driven face right here, and your pulley boss down in here, and your variator after you take this screw off right there, bolt. Yeah. Now, the hardest part and the trickiest part is to get this alternator off. You can see there's a bolt on the end of the shaft, which is right there. This is a pressed on unit which takes a Woodruff key, which I can't show you right now, but I will. Anyway, it has 4 bolt holes right here for the fan. And what I use is a steering wheel puller, and I have numerous videos to show how it's pulled. But what I do suggest very, very strongly is that if you use a puller in these holes right here, and you can see right in there and see the windings. You do not want to get a bolt going through there and touch those windings and then move this unit, because you'll screw up these windings, and those windings cost $170, and you'll just have to pay it. That's it. The winding comes with the bottom I forget the name of that. Anyway, it comes with this and the winding, and it comes with the wiring right here. The next thing you want to do is you want to take all your parts and put them in plastic bags so that you don't lose them. And if you'd like and you can't remember how to do everything, take a video of it like I'm doing, or take pictures of it. Or you can just email me and I'll tell you what I know, what little I know. I'm a voice in the wilderness here. I'm like that movie, Building a Faster Indian. I'm like that old guy. If anyone has never seen that movie, it's very, very good about a man that took one bike and worked on it for years to make it faster and faster. And it's a brilliantly funny movie if you've ever seen it. Okay, we're going to go on to part 3 here.